What
happened
there, dude? Almost lost my voice in the middle of that.
One take.
That's all you get, dude. Oh, still the same take. You just did it twice now.
He's just echoing.
I
don't know.
Zach, you were telling us a story. Continue your story, bro.
I forgot.
Welcome to guys. Oh no.
Welcome to
guys. Welcome to Erner. Guys Talking Fights.
Girls don't listen to this, do they?
29.
Are there any girls listening to this?
I doubt it, dude.
If so,
Maybe a couple.
confirm or deny in the comment section. When you go to get your hoo-ha checked,
Hoo-ha.
why do they make you stay in a hospital gown that doesn't tie in the back so they can look at your titties?
Yep. It's because they want to look at their tits, bro.
Very odd thing.
They want to look at girls' tits.
I mean, I get it. Like, so do I.
Well, me too.
But not under, like, the veil of medical treatment.
This sounds like some porn fake doctor type.
Right? Right? That's what it's like when when someone was telling me this, I'm going, dude, that can't be real. That can't be real. That's not a real thing. I'm like, they can't get away with that. Just, okay, lay on the table. Now you're going to put your legs in these things. Okay, now whip out your tits. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, that seems like an odd, like, transition.
Doctor, aren't we checking my vagina today?
No. Everything. full frontal.
But if the doctor says it with confidence, then
Yeah, right.
then there is no questioning.
That's true.
As long as you say everything with confidence, no one will question you. Ask me how I know.
Oh, God.
How do you know that?
I have a job,
Oh, okay.
and and I just say stuff with confidence, and people go with it.
People go with it. Hell yeah, man. Can't believe
the
it.
way of the world.
Almost like fighters. Although,
That's why Mike Perry doesn't pay anybody to be in his corner.
goddamn right, he does it with confidence.
Doesn't need to.
I just need to go in there and punch a guy in the face, and I win.
I mean, he took the advice.
You're doing great.
He did.
True that.
All right. Well,
Doing great.
Where do you want the ice?
let's go right there. Let's go right there. Let's start
Punch
right
him
with
in
that.
the face.
Exactly what Zach's doing.
hit him in the face.
Exactly what Zach's doing.
Zach, who are you
I
pretending to
could
be?
totally corner Mike Perry.
Mike Perry, for those of you who don't know, which most of you probably do, went into the fight this past weekend against Mickey Gall with no corner. Essentially no
He did have a corner.
He did not have a coach. He did not have a training partner. He had his girlfriend.
Latoria
And
Gonzalez.
he won. And he looked fucking
He was
fantastic.
dominant. He
He
dominated
looked
Mickey
really
Gall.
good. Mickey Gall looked pretty good in the first round. Mickey Gall.
His
you can
stand-up's
tell-
gotten better.
Yes. You can tell that Mickey Gall's improved, right? We all agree with that, Vinny?
Yes, sir.
Yep. And he landed some really good shots. We would all agree with that.
Yeah. Mickey Gall did, yeah.
But it's Mike
Yeah.
Perry, and he
But
has
he
a
was fighting
chin
right.
that's
He was
ridiculous.
fighting Mike Perry, who is a monstrosity of a human being. Looked fucking great, even with just his girlfriend cornering him, which actually came to fruition. It was actually just his fucking girlfriend.
Well, you know what he said, too?
Crushed it.
He didn't spar very much before this fight. He said that one of the things that he's been doing lately is trying to spar less because he feels like he gets too much of his fight aggression out in sparring rather than when he gets to the ring.
Makes sense.
Yep.
And he does dumb shit like headbutting walls and breaking his nose.
Very true. Very true.
Now, he's super durable, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Vincent Luque, like, smashed his nose across his face.
Hey.
Smeared.
Hey. His name is Vicente.
I was thinking this.
Whatever.
Dude,
You're going to upset our Latino
What I-
Vinny,
viewers. Don't
thank
do
you for
that.
doing
What'd I
that.
say,
'cause I was
Vincent?
Yes.
thinking the same
cares?
thing when he said Vincent.
Whatever.
Vicente.
I immediately
Luque.
thought of John Travolta from Pulp Fiction, Vincent.
Oh, that's right.
As soon as you
Pulp
said
Fiction,
Vincent,
dude.
I just immediately was just like, oh, yeah,
I haven't
Vincent.
watched that in a long ass time.
So we knew Mickey Gall wasn't going to, like, beat him on the feet because he's literally gotten his nose smashed in, and he just kept on going.
Oh, yeah.
And Mickey Gall wasn't going to do any damage like that. So to think that you're going to beat Mike Perry on the feet is just not really going to...
Stupid.
Yeah, it's not going to come.
Stupid.
Yeah, unless you're like Wonder Boy.
But they both actually impressed me because they both came in with
He did
opposite
just get
game
knocked
plans.
out last time.
I thought
I
Mike
was gonna
Perry...
say Jeff Neal knocked him out with a head kick.
Hands
Yeah.
of steel.
Oh, that's true.
But
Hand-
still, that's
hand
the
of
first
steel
time he's
Neal.
ever been finished.
Yeah,
Yeah,
first time
yep,
ever.
yep.
Yeah.
And it's just, it was impressive that he got the takedown and had really good ground control. Like
We were talking about this ahead of time. He just
Perry?
won that grappling match
You're
against
talking
Ali
about
Quinna.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I
Yes.
was not like surprised by his wrestling ability. The fact that Mickey Gall could do nothing about it was somewhat surprising.
I mean, they said Mike Perry's super strong. Like
He's
strong.
insanely strong.
he went for like a sprawl or something. He's throwing pizza all over the place. He went for like a sprawl or
Pizza
something, and he
everywhere.
just
Wang.
threw him against the cage. Like it wasn't even really a.
suplexed Mickey Gall too.
That was sick.
Yep.
Yeah, he
First
suplexed
round.
Mickey Gall, yeah.
Was that first round or second round? I think that was first round.
First or second.
It was
fairly early.
But yeah, his grappling and his wrestling was really good, and Mickey Gall's striking was really good. So they
Honestly, Mike Perry looked better than I think I've ever seen him. Probably
He looked great. Very
He
good.
did. But also,
Yeah.
he's saying he's just looking for some training partners. He said he's looking for a friend, not necessarily like a coach. He wants someone who wants to train with him and then corner him to give him advice if he needs it, but he's not looking for someone to coach him.
Well, but like
Which
you
is really
said,
interesting because, like, the guy's super experienced. He's been doing it for a long time. He's really powerful. He loves to just fight.
but he's only like 30.
He loves to
isn't
fight, guys. Yeah, absolutely. But, like, he's still, like, really experienced. He's, like, an experienced
but that's
fighter.
what I
As far as the
mean.
fight game goes, like, he has a lot of experience.
I mean,
He's
having
been
a
in
lot
the
of
UFC for a long time. He's been fighting high-level competition, right?
I mean, having all that experience and only being 30 is like shit.
Yeah.
He could have another 5-6 good years in him
For sure.
before he's done. So.
Wasn't he a pro boxer too?
Yeah.
Something
think
like
so.
that.
He had like a few pro boxing
Thanks for
matches.
boxing that
Yeah.
guy. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
He doesn't
Yeah,
look
he
like a
boxed
boxer.
beforehand.
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Boxers
Yeah, not
are
at all.
normally
He doesn't.
not like, besides Mike Tyson, you're normally not like a fucking brick wall. You're normally a little bit slender and speedy. You're normally not just like a
Yeah.
fucking wall. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. He's very fucking muscular, man. You can tell just by
Although
looking
him
at
and
He's
Tyson do
fucking
have a
crazy.
similar fighting style, which is just brawl.
Indeed.
They're not afraid to get hit.
Oh, yeah.
No. Tyson's another.
And if he
one
gets
that's
hit by John Jones, whew, boy, that'd be scary.
It would be scary. I still don't think he's getting knocked out by John Jones. Maybe TKO'd.
I don't know what we're talking about.
I don't know, man. If
Listen
you're
to that
wondering how
podcast
we
from
feel
last
about,
week.
if
But
you're
not the
wondering
one that
how
came
we
out
feel
on
about
Saturday,
John
the one
Jones
that came out
versus
on,
Mike
like,
Tyson,
Wednesday.
go back and listen to our video that we posted the other day talking about exactly that.
And I'll tell you why Mike Tyson's going to knock out John Jones.
Oh, yeah, and I'll tell you why that probably won't happen.
We were 50-50 on it.
We
We were.
If you need a good laugh.
So good for Mike Perry, man. He who's he fighting next? He kind of called out Darren Till.
And Nate
He wants to
Diaz.
move up to 185 pounds.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I would
Till
love Nate
doesn't
and
make
Mike
any
Perry.
sense.
I would love that fucking fight. It would be awesome.
The
just be a
fans would
brawl.
love that fight.
Yeah.
That's
You
what I'm
get two
saying,
fan
dude.
favorites.
I'm a fucking fan, man.
Yeah.
It'd
I
be
think
fun.
Perry's even ranked, so I mean,
Guys, we sit here and with microphones in front of our face. We don't know what the fuck we're talking about. We're fans.
I do.
We're gonna talk to what the fans want. You kind of do a little bit.
We're professionals.
Mike Perry and Nick Diaz. Vinny, how you feel about it?
Nick or Nate?
Very fun fight. I like it.
Nate.
Nate Diaz.
Nate,
Sorry,
Nate.
did I say Nick?
Nate.
Yeah.
I
bad.
think
Nate Diaz.
I think Nate probably rips his arm off with some slick jiu-jitsu like Cowboy did.
I can see that happening.
I mean,
Ryan?
if they were to fight, I'd take Nate.
Would you like to see it though?
I would love to
Not.
see it.
I think that'd be a sweet fight.
I would like to see
Perry
it,
and
but
Diaz, man,
I would
that's
like to
scary.
see it, but I'm not gonna
think-
get my hopes up because that's not gonna happen.
I think Diaz would stand and brawl with him until he started to get like beat up. You know what I mean? Until he caught a few of those, I think he'd stand right in front of him and fucking brawl with him.
Yeah, I think you would.
I
You
would
know
hope.
what I mean?
he
I
would.
don't. But I don't think he'd do what he did to Masvidal, even where after he'd take a couple punches and then just fall over backwards and wait for him to jump on him. I don't even think
Yeah,
he'd
that's
bother
true.
with that. I think
Yeah.
Mike Perry's boxing is not what Jorge's is, despite him being a former professional boxer. I still think
Yeah,
Jorge's a better.
Masvidal is on another level for sure. But,
Yeah, I
I mean,
think he's a better
Perry's very
boxer.
experienced in it anyway.
He is, and I definitely think that Perry packs way more of a punch than even Masvidal does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's a big boy.
He's
He's explosive for
maybe
sure.
a
Sure.
bear. I think he's just a shaved bear.
He's a shaved bear.
A shaved bear.
Bears actually have tattoos
This
underneath their
Gonzalez,
hair.
you were having sex with a bear.
All bears are just druids. They're just elves that were druids, and then they morphed into bears. So if you shave them, you see all the tattoos.
What's a druid? I thought druids are the things that
druid?
come out with Undertaker. They hold the torches.
Huh?
Or isn't that what a
druids are in touch with like nature and shit. They get all their power from nature and like the earth.
Oh,
It's a druid.
no,
Yeah.
I know it.
So like
Earthly things, they're
Avatar Last
shapeshifters.
Airbender type stuff.
Huh?
Avatar Last Airbender type stuff.
What are the
No,
things that
they-
walk
they-
out with Undertaker? I thought
like
those were called
arcane
druids.
power
I have no
and
idea.
like
Those are
lots of
druids?
nature
I don't watch
stuff
that.
and things that have to do with
Back
the
in the
sun
day.
and the moon and the earth. That's
Yeah.
where they draw most of their
Have
power
you
from.
watched the show Avatar?
I have.
It's like Earth, Wind, Fire, and Water.
Is that a
yeah,
band?
I mean, I guess so.
Earth, Wind, and
Fire is.
Sorta. I could see sorta. They're more like mages.
Oh,
Mages are the same thing. Like they use like fire, ice, like stuff like that. Arcane mages, but like
gotcha.
I was gonna
druids
look
are
up-
very, very
was gonna look it up,
specifically
but
like
Druids.
Yeah.
nature, earth stuff, and like there is like sun, moon, earth for sure.
Cool.
But
Smurf.
yeah, druids are cool as fuck.
I don't have connection down here. I was gonna look up Undertaker's
What are you
druids.
doing?
I know.
Do we want to go to the main event next? We start with
I don't
the
know.
main. So
How about that? Well, do we can go if you want to shoot prelims. I was really upset about one fight that happened.
which one was that, Will?
Violent Bob Ross, Luis Pena, lost to Kama Worthy
He did.
over this past weekend.
I was not shocked by that. I knew Conor
Nate
Worthy
Diaz
was
is 11. Mike Perry's still not ranked.
At welterweight?
11 and not ranked. Yeah, that's take the fight.
One coming off a win, one coming off a loss.
Nate takes the fight. Nate should take the fight. That's a good fucking fight. I think that sells a lot of tickets too.
I don't think Nate would go for that.
No?
No. Nate's a main eventer.
He wants his Connor 3.
Yeah. He's only in it for like the big fights.
True. I can agree with that.
I mean, I would like to see it. I just don't
He
think
wants
it.
Connor 3, Jorge 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know, with
that's
all the-
what Nate's getting out of bed for.
With all the hype that Mike Perry has right now, like he definitely he's always had a name. And I feel like he definitely just like kind of made more of a name for himself recently. Great fight, and the whole he's been talking lots of shit since. Called out Darren Till. Darren Till's been talking about Mike Perry. DC was talking a lot about Mike Perry. Him and his girlfriend being his only corner is fucking all over. Oh fuck, is all over any. Let me make sure this is plugged in.
Still all over the internet.
Yeah, it's all
Social
over the
media.
internet right now. Like all MMA outlets, every fucking one of them. Mike Perry, Mike Perry, Mike Perry, Mike Perry, Mike Perry. This would be a really good time for
But main
Nate
event of a
jump in there.
pay-per-view?
not of a pay per view, but main
No,
event.
because
Main
that's
event of a
that's
fight
the,
night.
that's the only thing Diaz is going for is main event of
He won't main
pay-per-views.
event a
I
pay-per-view, though.
don't know, man.
Not
Per-
a pay-per-view, he
Diaz?
won't. Not unless it's against Connor.
Who does he
That's what I
deserve?
think.
He's not going to fight Connor. He just lost to Masvidal. Like what the
I don't
fuck?
think Connor will fight that
You know?
far down, honestly.
What was
even if
Nate's
it's the
fight
trilogy.
before that? Before last time, his last fight before was it Connor?
Yeah, it was.
His
Pettis.
loss to Connor?
No, it was Anthony
Pettis?
Pettis.
Pettis.
He beat
Oh, that's
Pettis.
Oh, that's right.
Pettis,
He beat
yeah.
Pettis. That's right. That's true.
Yeah, he beat Pettis in his
Oh, he's
comeback
going off
from
a win to
Connor.
Pettis.
Yeah.
And he
That's
looked
true.
good. He looked great. And he honestly
Yeah,
didn't
he
look
did.
too bad in that fight against Jorge. He just got outboxed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jorge looked great in
Jorge
comparison.
looked
I don't know,
Not
I
to
just-
say that Nate looked bad, but Jorge just looked really good.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
far as like viewership goes, I don't think Mike Perry's on the level of Nate Diaz.
I'm not saying they're on the same level. I'm just saying like that's a cool fight. They both have those personalities. They
Two
both
fan favorites.
They're both don't give a fuck. They could hype that fight up like crazy. Mike Perry, just right now, he's got a lot of spotlight right now.
Yeah.
Currently, maybe in a couple weeks, a few weeks from now, it might die down for sure. But like right now would be the time to jump in there. Just saying.
Perry could for sure have
Perry's got an opportunity. It'd be more of an opportunity for Mike Perry, obviously, than for Nate.
Yeah.
But like for Nate, he respects those kind of guys. The guys just want to get in there and fucking
The
brawl, and they
fighters.
just want to fucking fight. You know what I mean? Nate respects those type of guys. I could see Nate being like, "Fucking man, let's fucking go. Two true fucking gangsters right here." Blah blah blah. Because that's what Mike Perry is. You can't deny that. It'd be cool. Opportunity for Mike, not really much of an opportunity for Nate, but just to do what Nate does. Be like respect for Nate. Like, fucking, that's a good fight, dude. Call out the gangster Mike Perry, because that's definitely what he is. You say you want to fight gangsters, fight Mike Perry. It's also a dangerous fight for Nate, too. I'd like to see it.
I don't see it happening. I mean, I hope it does. I just don't see it happening.
Probably not.
But it'd be cool.
Sadly, probably
That'd be
not.
cool. If they announce that, I'd be pretty pumped about it. I'm like, oh, that's a cool fight.
Thing is,
Absolutely.
Mike Perry loses what two fights in a row, 3 fights in a row, and he still ends up as the co-main.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It is
man.
interesting.
He's got a name. He's got the interest.
Did he win?
People
Did
recognize
he
him.
lose 3 in a row?
He
Luque.
lost
Who's
to
two?
Jeff Neal. He
Definitely
lost to
2 in a
Vicente Luque.
Oh yeah, that's right. But I think
Um,
I think in between Luque and Cowboy, didn't he beat the other Cowboy, Alex Oliveira?
I think you're right.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
I think he beat
So
him
he
by like
almost
a
lost
split.
3 in a row. Almost lost 4 in a row.
Yeah.
That's what I
Almost.
mean, and he still is a big name.
So
I don't see Nate taking it, honestly.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. I don't see Nate taking it.
I could see it going either way. He could either say "fuck that shit" or like, "Yeah, I'll fight that gangster."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It could really go either way. Anyway,
Back
moving
to
on.
Violent Bob Ross.
Violent Bob Ross, dude. Luis Pena lost to Kama Worthy. Man, he got submitted. I did not think Pena was going to get submitted. Like,
He got
Ever.
lazy. He got lazy with his takedown attempts. He was like too
I thought so,
desperate
too.
for it.
That
Yeah.
fro
Too
makes your
desperate
head
for it.
bigger. It's harder to get it out of there. Harder to get it out of there, man.
maybe. I didn't see it. It didn't. Good for Kama Worthy, though. Like, fucking.
Yeah.
He looked fantastic.
He did.
Worthy looked good.
He looked really, really good.
He's 2-0 in the UFC, both finishes. He knocked out Devontae Smith, and now he's submitted Luis Pena.
The thing that kills me is Pena only has, I think that was his 3rd loss professionally. I think that was Pena's 3rd loss.
Yeah.
It was.
And his 2 losses before that were both bullshit decisions
Split
where I'm
decisions,
pretty
yeah.
sure he
Yeah.
won.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, oh, dude, that fucking
Yeah,
sucks.
he beat
Yeah.
Matt Frivola, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Steamroller.
Frivola.
Steamroller for
Frivola, yeah.
Yep.
I thought he
great
won
name.
that too. Yeah, I was upset to see that personally. Yeah, it is what it is. Good for Kama Worthy though.
He has a
right?
sweet nickname. Yeah, good for Kama Worthy.
The Death Star.
Oh, no, not him. He's a stupid nickname.
Oh.
Violent Bob Ross, though.
Is it dumber than Crochet Boss, though?
That's
No,
not stupid.
It's also not as dumb as Beast in 25-8.
Yeah, no, never.
Who was the heavyweight who called out Maurice?
Tanner Bozer.
Tanner Bozier.
That was a sick knockout.
Knocked him out.
Right? Dirty knockout.
Did you hear what he said, though, in the call-out?
Yeah, he said that, like they had an argument the night before at the pool.
Well,
or
not
some
even
shit.
that.
Some beers?
I guess the last time Bozer was called for a fight, or the last time Green was called for a fight, either way, they were offered each other. And Bozer signed, and Green was like, no, I want someone in the top 15, and then got knocked out or something like that in his last fight. And then so he agreed to fight this other guy. So Bozer's like, all right, you wouldn't fight me before, and then got your ass knocked out, so let's fucking go.
In his last fight, Mo Green got submitted by Alexei Olenek.
Maybe that's what it is.
By
Yep.
armbar.
Olenek. Yep.
So that's
that was the
what it
one, for sure.
Where he just
I was like, I don't think he's been knocked out.
got
That was-
stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yep. Yeah, no, yeah.
John Vellante almost got him out of there.
Yes.
And then
Huh.
the ending
that
was
was
like
close.
caught me off guard. That was crazy. Mo Green just wrapped him up in like a fucking arm triangle from the bottom.
Yeah, that was a weird submission.
So
right?
weird.
When you guys saw the tab, were you kind of like, what the fuck
Yeah,
happened?
yeah. I was like, oh, he's
Yeah.
fine here. And then next thing you know, he's because he was so gassed. Like he just made him struggle to breathe just enough because he was so tired.
But before that, John Vellante was pounding his head
He was
into the mat.
knocking
That,
down with a nice overhand and just
Yep.
had nice ground and pound.
Yeah,
on him.
Vellante
Almost
looked
got him out of
great.
there.
yeah, the ground and pound looked amazing.
Yep.
The rest of the fight, I don't know if John Vellante really looked like that great to me.
Yeah, it was kind of a back and forth.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't. He definitely wasn't like, oh man, he's gonna make a statement at heavyweight type of
What
thing.
did you guys think about the size of Vellante?
I thought he was
Usually
fat.
He fights it. He
He's
usually fights at light heavyweight.
Yeah, he's a true light heavyweight.
Yeah.
in my
Yeah, he's
opinion.
not a big guy at all.
he's a 205er. He didn't. It looked like he really didn't like work out for this fight because it was all in his gut. The extra 50 pounds that he weighed for this fight than his
Yep.
last fight was all in his gut.
Yeah.
So
He
I
weighed
was
255 for this fight?
yeah.
both of them 255.
Yeah.
Except Mo Green is like fucking 6'7". So that's
Fuck, I didn't know he
I thought he
weighed
was 6'4".
255.
no, he's big.
He's legit
He-
6'7"?
I think he's
Wow.
6'7". Yeah,
He's a tall fuck.
Huge. Yeah.
But yeah, John Vellante, I mean, physically didn't look that great, but I mean, he went through the fight, but then he got gassed in the third round and tapped due to a weird choke.
Yeah, it was like an arm triangle from the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Triangle from the bottom.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
It was-
right?
it
Like,
was,
good
it
for
was,
Mo
yeah.
Green though. Like to get something like that,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
realize like I got something here and just to squeeze on it and get the right leverage and get a guy to tap. Because like, not to say that John Vellante isn't a tough guy. I think he was outmatched, definitely size wise.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Probably just the type of shape he
Mo
was
Green
in
had
to
like a
be.
ridiculous reach advantage on him.
6'6".
Oh,
6'6".
okay, 6'6".
Mo Green
As
is
opposed to
6'6".
like 6'2" and change.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, I mean, even the announcers didn't know that was a choke. They're like, oh, he's just holding on so that the ref stands him back up, and all of a sudden,
Yeah, he's
Vellante's
Yeah, it's
tapping.
happened. Yeah. it was
And they're
great.
like,
Come
is
on,
he tapping? He's tapping. He's tapping.
Zach's got something silly. What do you got, Zach?
I was just laughing at
Oh, you're laughing at what he
I was
said?
laughing at you, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm an
Good
idiot.
win, Mo. I hate your name. Your nickname.
But then, who were we just saying? Because someone
Crochet
called
balls.
him out.
Tanner
Bozer.
Bozer.
Tanner Bozer.
Sick
Bozier?
KO.
Bozier or Bozer?
Bozer. The bulldozer Bozer.
Bozer.
Is it really
The
that?
bulldozer.
Yes, good.
Tanner the bulldozer.
The
Bozer.
nastiest knockouts
Yeah, he said
are
if
the
Maurice-
ones where they're not all the way out and they're like, I'm going to get back up. And then the guy's like, no, you're fucking not. And he just fucking like a bitch slapped him with his fist.
You finish it.
It was like Yoel Romero against Luke Rockhold. Luke's
I
like
love
not
that
all
one.
the
Oh
way
my
out and he's
God.
like trying to sit up. He just fucking uppercuts him to
I
another
love that
dimension.
one.
Yoel Romero is a different kind of human.
Yep. But yeah, Tanner
Jesus
Bozer
Christ.
looked great. Nice first round knockout.
Yeah,
of,
said if Maurice
Lins. Was
won
it
that
just-
fight and looked
just
good, that
Lins,
he'd
right?
be love to fight him. Yep.
Mo
Was
Green's
the one-
also going to be moving to, I think, Nevada. Was he? Did he say he would? Wherever he trained, he wants to move there if he won the fight. He won the fight, clearly. And so he's moving to wherever he had the camp. I think it was Jackson's.
I
So,
think
Jackson
you might
Wink?
be right.
so
yeah.
New Mexico?
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Yeah, I think I said Nevada, but New Mexico, I think he's moving there. That's cool.
Cool.
Good for that motherfucker.
That's a good camp.
You go,
That's great.
Mo.
Absolutely.
Fight
So-
Tanner Bozer. We want to see that now.
Just about to say that, yeah. Next fight should be Bozer.
Yeah, makes sense.
And they even interviewed him after the fight, and he's like, yeah, I'll take him. If you want to fight, we'll fight. It's like, okay, well, you just agreed to it, so.
Any other fight on the card before we get into the main event, because we haven't touched on that yet? Any other fight on there that you guys are like really want to talk about?
I do. I
Yeah,
want
man.
to talk about Julian Erosa.
Julian Erosa.
That man lost
Fuck
like
yeah, man.
3
That's a good
fights in a row, and then he got cut from the UFC, and then they called him on Wednesday because I don't know who dropped out. Maybe it was Matt Frivola who had to fight this Sean Woodson, this up-and-coming good boxer, and he was undefeated going into that fight. And he basically boxed the fuck out of Julian Erosa's face for 2.5 rounds, and he's a tough dude, so he didn't get knocked out. And then Julian Erosa wrapped up a submission like in the 3rd round, and he got him out of there. So that was nice to see him get a win after getting cut and coming back. Why are you smiling like that?
I'm giving him a shit for yawning.
Oh, okay.
I watched Ryan yawn, and then I watched Zach yawn.
Did I yawn?
Yeah.
I didn't-
Watch, you were like,
I didn't even look at you. It's not what made me do it.
it was a small yawn. And I saw Zach yawn.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a good one. And I don't know if
You're
anyone
allowed to
else. Did you guys see? The Brendan Allen fight against Kyle Dawkins.
Brendan, yeah, dude,
That was
Brendan
a
Allen.
If
That
the
was
main
fantastic.
event, if the main event was not what it was, that would have been fight of the night easily.
That was fantastic. Good for Brendan Allen, right?
But yeah, both guys. Kyle
fucking
Dawkins
win for him.
again. He was undefeated. Brendan Allen was supposed to face Ian Heinisch, and Ian Heinisch
This is what
Hot sauce?
got injured or
Ian
something.
Hot Sauce Heinz, baby.
And so Kyle Dawkins came in, perfect record,
Dude.
undefeated. That awesome fight, really good stand up. Kyle Dawkins showed good heart. He got dropped by a huge knee to his face in the first minute of the first round, and came back and
Was it an elbow that cut him open, right? That
yeah,
Brendan Allen
he got
him
cut
with
open
an elbow.
Yep, he got
Just cut right
open.
above his eye,
Yep.
his left eye, right eye,
Yeah, it was
one
right
of the
eye, I
eyes,
believe.
right eye. I
But
thought
yeah,
so.
it's
Cut
great
him
back
the
and
fuck
forth.
open.
Great back and forth on the feet. The grappling was
Yeah.
very even too. Like two, I'd like to see them fight again.
Do you know if either one of them got fight of the night or performance of the night for that?
I don't. I know they.
They didn't
wouldn't
get
have
fight
got-
of the night.
No,
We know
they
that.
didn't get fight of the night. But they probably
Performance
I wouldn't be
maybe?
surprised
Performance
if
bonuses?
I wouldn't be surprised. That was the second best fight in my opinion on the card.
I thought so too.
I'll
I
look
agree
it
completely.
up. I'll look it up right now, but I don't have service.
Yeah, I enjoyed that fight actually
Ryan's out
more than
buying
Perry and Gall.
motorcycles.
Would you say so? You enjoyed that fight more than Perry Gall?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Ryan.
Yeah, but like I said, I was like the
Didn't see
only
it.
fight that's
Didn't
gonna
see
top
it.
this is
Oh,
main
oh.
event. I knew it. I'm like the only fight that could top this is main event,
Yeah.
and that was
I'm with Vinny on this one. I thought that was one of the more. I'm glad you actually mentioned it, dude. It was skipping mine for some reason because we're talking about.
it's such a good.
Because the
fight.
guys don't have huge names.
Yeah,
But the
Brent-
fight was fucking
I
fantastic.
think Brendan Allen is still undefeated in the UFC. I don't think he's got a perfect record, but I think in the UFC he's undefeated still.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vinny's been hyped about that fight ever since it happened.
Yeah, Brendan Allen,
Like,
he's doing very well at middleweight. He's
Sunday,
doing very
Monday,
well.
and even Tuesday today, he's like, hey, you got to go watch that fight.
I've been
should,
telling
man.
everyone to go watch
It's a
that
good
fight
fucking
'cause no one
fight.
saw
It's a
it.
good fucking fight.
You saw it though.
I watched it. Yes,
Yeah, that
I
was
saw
a
the
good one.
fight.
That
Yes,
was a good one.
I did.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Yep.
Didn't see
Just
it.
overshadowed by some bigger names, but like, I'm glad you shed some light on that, man. I was about to skip over it myself. Fuck me. That was a great fight. Great
Look
fight.
out for Brendan Allen, also
Brendan
a Louisiana
Allen.
native. Dustin Diamond Poirier, also from Louisiana.
Good transition, Vinny.
Oh,
Good transition.
Fantastic transition. The main event of this past Saturday, arguably between Zhang Weili, remember me, and Joanna Jędrzejczyk, definitely contender for fight of the year.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay, before we get into the fight
And
itself.
Dan Hooker's last fight
Right.
against Paul Felder.
Felder, that was a good one. Before we get into it specifically, I want to ask the question between Zhang Weili and Joanna Jędrzejczyk and Dan Hooker and Dustin Poirier that happened this past weekend. Which one would you guys say, just personally, did you enjoy the most that you think should or would take fight of the year so far? Just between those two. Forget about any other fights that you think maybe take fight of the year. Just between these two. I know there's other ones.
I was going to say Adesanya Romero, but...
Ngannou Lewis, man. If that was this year, no
Hey,
doubt.
don't be a fucking troll, bro. Don't be a troll. There's no reason for that.
That's what I do.
Yeah, just between these two specifically, because I think
Answer the question.
It's probably recency bias, but I'd go with Hooker and Poirier.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd go Weili and Joanna.
yeah.
I mean, I loved Poirier Hooker,
Oh, it was great, right?
but there's just something about the crowd going crazy that, like,
yeah,
it just, like, influences me, I guess. Like, if the crowd's going crazy, it's like, oh, shit, this is, like, crazy. But
Not enough just for Bisping screaming the entire fight.
he screams a lot.
Dude, that's all he does.
He
screams
he
a
coaches them.
It
like,
is fun,
from the
though.
commentary table.
I love being able to hear them constantly, just over the top of everything. I kind of hope they never bring fans back. I like them being able to hear everything. It just makes me laugh.
I think sometimes they should just have it at the Apex with no crowd.
Right.
Like, that's just
Right.
another venue. Like, no crowd
They
Apex.
won't once
They
they
make
have
too
fans
much
back.
money.
Oh,
Yeah,
make
they
too
won't
much
give up
off
that
the
money,
gate, but
sadly.
I do enjoy being able to hear everything.
I do
I
as
agree
well.
with you, man. I would love if they did.
It's like
that.
they're talking about in all these leagues because nobody's like there's going to be no fans. They're talking about miking up like all the players. I'm like, dude, that'd be so much fun.
That'd be cool.
Just hear everybody trash talking the entire time. I'm like, dude, that'd be so much fun.
If I was a player, I'd be like, yo, fuck you.
Oh, dude,
You know
so
the
many
type of
people
shit
don't
I say
wanna
when
do
I'm out
it.
here? Like, how do you
Exactly.
mean, miking
So
me
many
up?
of the players are like, no, I'm
Yeah,
not
they're
doing
like
that.
cussing and all saying.
Well, but that's the
crazy
thing
shit.
is like that stuff is like whatever. Like the cussing and stuff like that. I feel like it's whatever.
They can't
but-
show that on TV, so they couldn't. They wouldn't be like, all right, we're gonna make make sure you can't cuss because you're
Oh,
be
no,
But
fined,
it's more realistic.
They just put them out. They just put them up later.
It's more
No,
realistic.
they just because they mic up guys now. They mic up guys now in football constantly. They
Yeah,
just
but they don't- but they don't show
play
it live.
No, but they wouldn't do that anyway. They'll never do that just because of.
Oh, fair enough. You
FCC
could be
shit.
mic'd up, and if like something interesting happened, like in between innings, they could like show like a
That well,
confrontation
dude,
or
I'm not
an
worried about
interaction.
baseball players or anything they're talking about.
I'm
not
thinking
worried about
NHL with like a fight. That'd be fucking sick. Like, fuck
can't
you,
do
fuck
that
your
anymore.
mom. Like, what'd you say about my mom? And then start fighting.
I was thinking,
Your mom's got a warm asshole.
Yeah, do it. Fight.
I was thinking about if I wanted to pick
I don't know. They're on ice and
Whaley
they play
and
hockey. Warm
Joanna
asshole. I
for
don't
the
know.
fight of the year, or Dustin and Hooker.
I mean,
and
if she
I
had a
don't know how
cold
you guys
asshole,
got to
she'd
where
be
you are.
dead.
Yeah, Vinny's here trying to answer the question. We went
I'm
off on
talking
like,
about warm and cold assholes.
Yeah, I was thinking about
I don't
my
know. I
choice.
just made it up on the spot. I don't know.
I was thinking about my choice, and then I listened to what you guys were saying. I'm like, where did this conversation go?
What's your choice, Vinny?
I'll take the warm one.
To me,
The mom or the aunt?
it might be what Zach was saying, like recency bias.
Warm
but
assholes.
Also, I like a fight where I see a total display of mixed martial arts skills. Don't get me wrong, the Joanna and Weili fight was awesome, but like it was basically just a kickboxing match.
Didn't go to the ground.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in this fight, another favorite fight of mine besides this one that just happened between Poirier and Hooker was Adesanya and Gastelum. Like we saw everything in
Yeah,
that
last
fight.
year,
That's
yeah.
where I choose
You know,
mine.
we saw
Last year, right?
yes.
Yep.
We fucking saw Adesanya almost get fucking Calvin in a fucking triangle. You know how fucking excited I was when I saw that? Like I
Hell
never
yeah,
saw
man.
that shit from Adesanya before, and like that's what gets me going. Is
Dude,
like
I
the-
think
the
you just
mixing
changed
it
my
up.
mind, man.
Yeah.
I really do. I was thinking
I
Joanna,
feel like it was a
Weili.
complete. It was a complete fight, Dustin. And
Yeah, but I think it's because the reason I was not gonna go with that fight is because
Poirier Hooker or Joanna.
the reason I was not gonna go with Poirier Hooker and then I was gonna originally go with Joanna and Weili was because Hooker kind of gassed out in the third round, especially the fourth and the fifth round. So like Poirier kind of took over. Not to say that Hooker wasn't still there, because he was. He's a tough motherfucker. He was still in the fight,
oh yeah.
but it wasn't as action packed. 3, 4, and 5, especially 4 and 5, and Hooker definitely took over because like Poirier took over because Hooker wasn't able to give as much.
Yeah.
He was definitely gassed out. And in the Wei Li and Joanna, that went all 5 rounds, I feel like, hard the whole time. Even after Joanna had that big fucking
Hematoma
on her forehead. That fight went all 5 rounds, and both those ladies went hard
She morphed
till the
into
last
Megamind?
minute, till the last second, right? But now that you mentioned that, seeing a complete fight, it went to the ground
Will
multiple
Ferrell
times. Like
Dust
we
almost
saw
locked
everything.
Up an armbar,
Yeah,
like,
armbar almost locked
And a
up.
gogoplata. Sorry, omoplata.
Yeah, and then
armbar triangle.
He kept
armbar.
going for the guillotine.
guillotine. He almost had the guillotine twice.
Guillotine.
Poirier did.
He almost
Yeah.
had a few. He started
he had
every
at
time
least
Hooker
2.
took him down, he didn't even defend it anymore. He just went for guillotine every single time.
he was
Hooker
jumped
went
on
for
him and
guillotine.
took him down.
He was grabbing his head and throwing elbows. He was Tony
man.
Ferguson down there. Just he's like,
It was
okay,
great.
you got me down, but like, have fun with this. Like, I see you're
So-
so tired.
For that
Fourth
reason, though,
round.
I'm actually gonna change what I was gonna say, just because Vinny just said that, and I'm gonna say Poirier Hooker for that exact reason.
Yes.
Master debater.
Oh
Hell
yeah.
yeah. Jerk off or
You were saying something? I forgot what you were gonna say. I don't know what you were gonna say,
Me
but
too.
you're
No,
about to say something.
I know I was, and I forgot to. It's okay.
Oh well.
no.
Oh, so
yes.
4th round. Hooker goes in for a takedown.
Yep.
He takes him down. Poirier wraps up another one of those guillotines. He's moving his head around. He's trying to get out of there. And Dominic Cruz is like, hey, you know, man, this is the spot in the fight. He goes, both these guys down on the ground. Everything's getting a little slippery. Sometimes stuff just goes in and out.
Waka waka.
Oh,
Bisping didn't say anything.
you know what's funny about that?
I was counting on you, Bisping.
Before this fight happened, I rewatched the Dustin and Khabib fight,
Oh,
and
God.
and I didn't realize after rewatching that fight, I forget what round it was, but after they went back to their corners and Dominic Cruz again, he called Khabib kebab, and I just thought it was
Kebab?
I thought it was the funniest thing. Like, he didn't even correct himself. I don't think he's just like, kebab is doing that. It was great. It was like kebab.
Violent Bob Ross.
Earlier when you said that Hooker like ran out of gas in like the 4th round or 5th round, whatever you said.
Like third round, but definitely 4th and 5th.
I thought
You
big
could
time
see-
5th.
You could see
I didn't
4th
think
and 5th he started slowing down. It was in the
Yeah.
3rd round where I wouldn't say he necessarily like ran out of gas.
The
but
5th is
that's
where I
where
thought he
Poirier
completely
started. Not completely, but you started to see Poirier starting taking control of that fight. It was in the 3rd round. 4th round, it was fairly unquestionable. And then 5th round for sure was all Poirier.
Oh yeah.
But I think 3 is where it turned, where Dan Hooker had a fantastic 2nd round. Fan-fucking-tastic 2nd round. The
Quite
body
good.
shots, he landed multiple different combinations to Poirier, where Poirier wasn't even really able to answer back.
He had
And
him
then
on the ropes. Yeah.
Had him on the ropes. Body shot, uppercut.
That was when Bisping
like,
started
right
coaching
hook,
Poirier.
Body shot, left hook,
Yeah.
right hook.
Poirier
body
started
shot.
getting
Dustin,
hit.
you need to get your hands up.
Exactly. He started telling him to get his hands up. I'm going,
Poirier
dude,
threw
Jesus
back,
Christ.
landed a couple shots, but like I think Dan Hooker expelled way more energy in that 2nd round than we realized. And then in the 3rd round, Dustin came out, and from the 3rd round on, even though he didn't dominate the 3rd round by any means, from the 3rd round on, Dustin beat Hooker to the shot, and he was landing. His percentage just shot up in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round.
What did he land?
I think
like 76% of his
seven-
Going into the
72 or
5th round, it
76% of
was
strikes
going into the 5th,
in the
it was
whole fight.
72%.
Yeah,
He had
that's
landed up
crazy.
to that
And I think a
point.
lot of that
is
started in the 3rd and 4th round going
But the
into
thing
5th.
is that they had thrown almost the exact same number of punches going
Right.
up to that point. Or
The
strikes,
1st and
not
2nd,
just
though,
punches.
Poirier wasn't landing much. Hooker was landing way more. And then the 3rd round, Poirier starts taking over.
They both
4th
kept putting
round,
together
Poirier
combos
establishes
up
it. And
until,
then
like, the
5th
3rd or
round,
4th.
Poirier essentially finishes it, even though he didn't technically finish him. He finished the fight in that 5th round.
I hate seeing those striking guys like Hooker start doing those weak-ass takedowns when they get tired
Yeah.
towards the end of the
yeah.
fight. That's when you know that they're done.
He did have a
Is
couple
those-
good ones, though, too. He was
Yeah,
trying to go for
earlier in the fight.
scoreboards. He had one in the 4th for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm talking
I don't
5th.
know if he had one in
5th,
the 5th.
it was
I
5th.
don't
It
think
was
he had any
gross.
in the 5th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah, that was rough.
Oh,
He was
just because it
struggling.
popped up into my head. Anybody else love the Poirier standing hammer fists?
Oh, where he's
where he
dude.
got Poirier,
Hell
where
yeah.
he got Hooker from the side, just threw 2 fists, just standing hammer fists. I'm like, dude, those are great.
Right to the
Definitely
gut.
hurt him for sure. You
Yeah,
see, like,
he
Hooker
pulled out.
reacted
He was
to
like,
him.
"Fuck that, dude!
Yeah,
Get me
for
out of
sure.
here!
Like, doosh. It's real close, real
Get me
strong.
the fuck
yeah.
out of here!"
Man,
Yeah. After the fight, though, having DC say that he thinks that Poirier is the like number 1 lightweight now, other than Habib, I'm like,
I agree.
No.
I don't. Give me Gaethje.
Gaethje's
But he already beat Gaethje.
interim though.
But Dustin was interim right before him.
Yeah, Dustin got smoked by Habib.
Justin's going to get
Smoked.
by
I don't think
Habib.
so.
I don't know about that, bro.
Yeah.
Habib is going to.
I
All-
give him
all
a
I'm
better
going to
shot
say-
at Habib than I give Poirier.
If let me
I
just
agree.
say
I'm
about
with
that
Zach.
fight. Let me just say this about that fight. I'm going to be much more surprised if Gaethje does what you guys are going to say than you're going to be surprised when Habib does what I say he's going to do, when he's going to maul him.
That's true, but that doesn't, like, I was not surprised at all by what happened to Poirier, and I think I would have shit a literal brick if Poirier would have won that fight. I think I'll only shit, like,
Half a brick.
Just like a. Like
I don't know, maybe like one of those little styrofoam bricks.
I was thinking like a
something that's
dark
not,
shit, like one that you the type of shit you take after you've eaten like a lot of steak.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not like a brick,
you had
but
like
it's
a
like
big steak, no
almost a brick.
vegetables. You had like a few beers. You wake up, and you're like,
just a meat shit.
you like gotta push a little bit. You get like a little bit of a headache. You're like, ah, fuck, and then it just comes out. You're
It's
like,
like you just
oh
birthed
god,
a child out of
yeah,
your
dude. That kind of shit.
Yeah.
So not quite a brick, but you
not
know.
yeah, but not quite a brick. definitely less stressful than a brick.
Dude, can you imagine shitting an actual brick?
No.
Holy fuck!
Chuck Norris can do that.
Oh my god.
Well, he eats them whole and they come out. Or no, he chews up whole bricks and they come out again fully formed perfect bricks.
Damn. Hell yeah.
Wow.
Instead
Didn't
of
know that, did ya?
milkshakes, he drinks concrete and then just shits whole bricks.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
That's
Fucking
even
Chuck
better.
Norris.
He just goes up to the back of those concrete trucks and just.
Shits out bricks. Cinder
then just-
blocks,
yeah.
dude. That's like cinder blocks.
That's how cinder blocks are made.
Chuck.
He just walks around the base of the house, takes a few steps, a few more.
Exactly.
Do you guys know that
Like goose eggs.
Chuck Norris doesn't teabag people? He potato sacks them.
I did.
Is that because he's Irish?
Oh, it's because he's got big fucking nuts.
Oh.
So it's like a potato sack, not a teabag.
I shook his hand.
That's. Is your hand okay?
It wasn't at first.
Does he have a
You
strong
know, it
handshake?
came out of his beard.
Does he have a?
It came out of his beard.
I believed you for a second, dude.
Nice to meet you. I don't know why I had him talking like a 30s mobster.
Nice to meet you. I'm Chuck Norris.
I'm Chuck Norris, see?
Yeah, see? I kick guys in the face, see? I got a beer with a fist, see?
It's gonna be a sad day when he dies. 'Cause he's already like
He can't die.
he's in his
will
late
outlive
70s.
all of us.
He's in his late 70s.
Yeah, I know.
Are you
You,
sure
know
about
what
that?
he did
Yeah.
the year before I met him?
All right, hold on. Let's take a poll.
Did you actually meet him?
Yeah.
How old is Chuck Norris? Take a guess.
Like 75, maybe?
78.
No, he's younger than that. I think he was only
not
like
78. Definitely not
72 or
78.
73 when I met him, and that was like 2 years ago.
Vinny.
73.
I think he's 72.
You said 75. I said 78. Like, whoa, not that
Are you
old.
guys both
Like,
looking
damn.
this up?
I mean, I can't.
old is Chuck Norris?
See.
Norris is 80 years old.
80.
Holy fuck!
Old. Yeah.
Ryan!
Damn.
Wow.
I didn't think he was that old.
No
He looks fucking damn
way,
good for
dude.
80.
He, I
Dude,
think
he could destroy me.
I think he shaved his beard.
No,
No, he didn't.
I think he did.
No, he literally can't.
What did he use to do that? Thor's hammer? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
You shave the beard with a hammer.
Do you doubt him?
Chuck Norris.
Well, then,
is
dude, that's because
80
his
years
chin is made
old.
of literal granite, so
If-
he has to pound off with Thor's hammer.
If
Guys,
you look,
I'm not over this yet.
yeah. If you
Chuck Norris is fucking 80.
That's
if you look at a modern
Oh,
picture of him, he's not looking like the Chuck Norris in your mind. He shaved his beard, and he's 80 years old.
He didn't shave his beard.
He did.
It's an impossibility.
If you look at the modern picture of Chuck
Can't
Norris,
shave granite.
How old is Jean-Claude Van Damme? Zach, go.
Stop.
70.
You're making me sad.
71.
I don't know, 68.
59.
Really?
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I
Jean-Claude
didn't
Van
think he
Damme
was
is
that old, but you guys
59.
are shooting out bigger numbers.
I mean, there's
Damn.
still guys talking fights because, like, these guys fight.
Yeah, these guys fight. Speaking of fights, Steven Seagal. How old is,
Is that
Steven
modern?
Seagal?
When was
Yeah,
that?
that's from just a couple years ago.
Let me see.
A couple years ago. I want to see modern. I want to see
He
today.
looks so good. I don't believe he's 80. I don't believe he's 80.
Yeah,
I think that's bullshit.
He looks good.
He looks great.
fine.
How old is Steven Seagal? Ryan.
I honestly have no idea.
62.
62.
Zach.
Still
How old's
good?
Steven
Still good?
Seagal?
Steven Seagal?
Yeah.
57.
Steven Seagal is 68 years old.
68.
Fuck, dude.
I love those colored
He
sunglasses.
just
he
gets
wears.
fatter with
man.
age.
Bruce Willis is 65. How old's Jackie Chan?
70.
66.
Guys talking to old guys.
Oh my god.
Guys talking old.
Apparently.
That is crazy. Arnold Schwarzenegger, 72. Clint Eastwood, 90 years old.
Clint
Sylvester
Eastwood might
Stallone.
be dust.
Sylvester Stallone is 73.
You are making me very sad.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Wait till all these people die.
Because like when we were kids, because we're all like, well, I'm 31. We're all pretty much
Demolition
very,
Man was
very
the
close to
shit.
30.
I love that movie.
You know, we
so
go back
much.
20
Which
years.
one?
These guys were
Demolition
like
Man.
sort of in their prime. In
Wesley
the 40s,
Snipes.
50s,
Yeah.
like,
20
and
years.
we were watching their movies from the 80s, you know.
From?
From where?
Oh, get
Where-
out!
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Dennis Rodman
Wesley
got his haircut
Snipes
from
and
Demolition
fucking
Man.
Demolition Man. That's
Yeah.
great.
What?
I
Yeah,
love
that's
that.
why he started dyeing his hair because he likes
fucking
Wesley Snipes
awesome.
and
Hold
Demolition
on.
Man.
Demolition Man.
Hold
Taco
on.
Bell.
Hold on. You guys have seen Demolition Man, right?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah.
What?
What the hell's wrong with
I know of it, but I've never seen it.
So 50% of guys talking fights has seen Demolition Man.
Only
You guys
50%
make me
of
real
it.
sad.
I know, right? These good old action movies.
Demolition
bro.
Man was fucking. That was a fucking movie.
You know they're
at
making
its
another
time.
one?
Yeah, with
Making
who?
a sequel.
With
Same
Sylvester?
people.
Yeah.
Same
Is
people?
Wesley Snipes.
I don't
in
know.
jail?
I don't know if Snipes is gonna be it. I was gonna say yeah. No, pretty sure he's not doing too great.
Okay, well.
Yeah,
well,
what the
I
fuck
mean,
happened
so
to
the
him?
movie was kind of
Blade.
predictive.
Blade.
How good was Blade?
So
Oh,
good.
So good.
So good.
Blade.
Never
Blade
seen it.
Third
2.
one, Ryan Reynolds,
Blade.
Triple H.
Never seen it.
That was so good, man.
Oh yeah.
That hurts me more than Demolition Man.
Triple H,
Blade
the
was
wrestler?
so good.
You've never
yeah.
seen Blade? You ever seen the movie Blade?
Nope. I've never
He
seen
basically, like
most
hunts demon.
most
He hunts
movies-
vampires.
Vampire
Because
demons.
he's half vampire.
most
They're
movies
like
I've never
vampires,
seen.
but they're like demon vampires.
Do you
God-
remember when he
Godfather?
throws
Any of the
fucking
Godfathers?
dog,
Never seen
like,
him.
off the fucking thing.
Wait, whoa,
Triple
whoa, whoa,
H
whoa,
is
whoa,
like,
whoa,
yo,
whoa, whoa.
bitch, where's my dog? And he's like,
Dude.
did you check the lobby?
No.
Ryan just said he's never seen any of the Godfather movies.
Never seen any of the Godfathers. Never seen any of the Rockies. Never seen any of the Star
I've seen-
Wars. Never
No,
seen
the
any of the Star
Rockies.
Treks.
I've seen
Nope.
the Spanish Godfather, El Padrino.
What the
that was a fucking...
fuck?
Nope. Never seen.
Oh, dude, that movie is so fucked up.
What?
Yeah, that was great.
The first two Godfather
What is
movies
that?
may be like
Oh,
the
dude,
best two
dude,
movies
it
I've
was great.
ever
It was-
seen.
I've
Wait,
never
hold on,
seen
hold on.
most movies.
Hold on, Vinny's gonna tell us about the Spanish
Yeah,
Godfather.
El Padrino. There was this one scene where this chick was like just fucking this dude, just riding on top of him, like as he's about to, do
Sweet.
his thing.
Oh, so this is a porn.
She slits his fucking throat with a fucking razor blade she had behind her. Then he's like splurting blood all over her.
Oh my
She's
God.
like, "You fuck better when you're dead."
Oh my god.
It's a fucking gruesome movie.
I want to go watch this movie now.
Fuck me
Wow.
too.
I want you to go watch Demolition Man.
I will.
watch it
I will
with
not
Best
see most.
movie ever made. Thanksgiving.
Never seen
Watch
that.
it on Thanksgiving. It's about a killer turkey.
Okay. Okay. Never seen Back to the Future. Never seen
Nice
Ghost.
Tits, bitch.
Never
Ever
seen. Never seen Ghostbusters.
Strange Wilderness?
Nope.
Just made me think of the turkey.
I've never seen Deliverance.
There's a part in Strange
Please
Wilderness
elaborate.
where he goes to take a piss in the woods, and he sees a bunch of little turkeys, and he's like, "Oh, look at the cute little turkeys! Where's your mama turkey?" And then all of a sudden, she comes around the corner and like fucking latches onto his dick.
Oh my god.
And so then they go and take an X-ray, and it's just like her whole throat.
Oh.
It's just his dick stuck in there.
You know, what I just thought of.
Wait, what? She gets stuck on his dick?
Yeah. Yeah.
They take the turkey to the hospital?
Well, they probably
Yeah,
cut
with
the head
him
off.
attached.
his
and
dick?
They gotta pull the dude off.
Is he hard?
This is a movie. It's not real.
Yeah, but is he hard
Okay.
in the movie?
Ryan, I know how I'm gonna get you to watch Demolition Man.
Taco Bell in the future.
Well, not that.
Oh.
They drive an Oldsmobile 442.
Okay. Okay.
Also, I forgot to mention two other, like, obviously there's Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes.
With two different
Sandra
conversations going on.
Bullock, that was one of her early films, and Rob Schneider's in it too.
Really?
Robbie Schneider.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Was it a comedy?
Well, it had funny parts, but it was mostly action.
In Demolition Man?
Yeah. Fucking great movie.
Rob Schneider's in that. Didn't know.
So there's a part in Strange Wilderness where after they go to the hospital and he's got the turkey stuck on his dick, where they're like, all right, so the nurse, you're going to massage the turkey's throat, and maybe that will help get it out of there.
Is the nurse hot?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
she starts massaging the throat, and they're like, oh, I think he has an erection. And he's like, well, the nurse is fucking hot.
Wait, was this Dax Shepard?
No, it was Steve Zahn.
Okay.
I'm trying to think
I
of that
like
group.
Steve Zahn.
It's a lot of the guys from.
Oh, I was thinking Without a Paddle. That one's Dax Shepard.
Yes,
That's a good fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's a couple of the people from like Beer League and stuff like that are in this
Okay.
one. If you remember Beer League.
Speaking of Steve Zahn, National Security.
Man, all these
that's
movies
a
I've
fucking
never seen
movie.
or heard of.
You're killing me over here.
I know.
Joyride.
Joyride.
Never seen most of them.
I haven't seen that
Joyride,
one.
Steve Zahn and Paul Walker.
Oh, I love Joyride.
Oh,
That was
wait.
awesome.
Rest in peace, Paul Walker.
Walker.
Oh, I think I did see that.
Hell yeah, rest
Was
in
that with
peace.
the trucker?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I did see that one.
Candy cane.
It's like the only fucking movie you've
Dude,
seen.
watch
Yeah,
Of course,
pretty
it
much.
has trucks in it.
Well, there
You
was-
gotta go
there
with
was-
Paul Walker, the Fast and Furious movie.
Watch.
There was another
Joyride,
one
bro.
with a
That's such
442
good
with a
movie.
trucker.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
And Lily, the other actress,
the fuck's
Lily
her name?
Sobieski.
no idea who that is, or her, whatever,
Lily,
whatever
she
you
was
just
the
said.
other actress in the she was the third main character. In
Remember me, Lily.
Lily
Never heard.
Sobieski, remember me.
But there was one. The guy's name is Jim.
Ryan
Drives a
will know.
442. Gets him and his girlfriend are driving the 442 across the country or something.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Jim gets kidnapped by a trucker and then gets ripped in half. But he drove a cool 442.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can't remember what the movie was called.
The
though.
Hitcher.
Joyride.
Probably was
Was it The Hitcher?
movie.
I think so.
I think it was called The Hitcher, actually.
Oh,
I was
Actually,
just
yeah,
thinking
I
of a
think
movie
so.
where a guy got pulled apart by a semi.
Yeah,
It just made
yeah.
me think.
Oh,
of
yeah.
yeah, it was Jim, and he had a 1968 442.
get pulled apart by one in Chucky?
Not pulled apart, but in Child's Play 5, which is the Chucky movies, I think it was the fifth one, the guy gets slammed and just plastered by the fucking semi.
Oh, I was gonna say. I know there's a guy that gets
Chucky's
thrown
like,
into
blah, 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 and the guy's
the
like,
back of a
this
trash
shit's
truck.
fucking crazy, and like jumps out of the van and like just jumps into the street, and then a semi just smashes him to bits.
I'm trying to think of the movie where, like, the guy and his wife going across the country again. They kidnap the wife. The guy finds her, and it's like a bunch of hillbillies chasing him. One of them's driving a green Dodge Charger. I specifically remember this when I was like 6 years old or 7. And the ending is the trucker, the main guy, the main bad guy. He's driving a semi truck. He falls into a ravine, and then the semi truck lands on top of him. But I forgot what the fucking movie is called. It's not Vanishing Point, but I thought it was something called Vanishing Point.
Wait.
Point Break.
No.
No, that was a
No,
surfer
no,
movie,
no.
I think.
No, I don't think the wife or anything gets kidnapped, but I think I know what you're talking about. The guy, what? He does a Charger?
One
sure?
one of the hillbillies drives a Charger, and I think the other one drives a
Hillbilly.
Trans Am.
I think you're mixing two different movies.
Could be.
Because the one where the trucker goes off the edge and falls off the bridge is called like
Not Duel.
Duel. Yeah,
Not Duel.
That's what I'm
Duel's
thinking.
the old one. It's a Steven
Yeah,
Spielberg.
Duel's the old one.
Actually-
what does he drive there? It's a Mustang, right?
I can't
Does he
remember,
drive
but
a
I know the
Mustang? He drives a
semi
sports car.
the semi truck is like an old tanker truck, and
Yeah.
as it's falling off the cliff, that's a Steven
Yeah.
Spielberg movie.
Yeah.
They actually use the sound as the truck's falling off the cliff in the same version of Jaws. When Jaws is like after its head blown off, it's sinking
Yeah.
into the ocean. They use the same old
Really?
dinosaur. Yeah, because it's
Interesting.
Duel is actually like the prequel.
Duel's a good fucking movie.
It's the prequel
what
to Jaws.
car did that guy drive? I thought it was
I
a.
can't remember.
I've
never seen it.
Mustang.
I've never seen
You
it.
haven't seen it?
No.
Hey, what car did they drive in that movie, Gran Torino?
I think it was like a Ford Mustang.
What kind of car did they drive in the Fast and Furious movie? What was that one car?
Which one?
What kind of car is
Fast
Herbie
one.
fully loaded?
That's a Volkswagen Beetle. I know the cars. I like cars.
It's the best one.
I'm assuming we're not going to preview the next fights because we still have another, like, those aren't until 2 weeks from now.
Well, if we're going to do a podcast next Monday, then we should
If we do a
preview
podcast
them.
Then we'll-
next week, I mean, then we got nothing to talk about.
Yeah,
for the rest of this
yeah.
Yeah,
month.
so we'll preview then. We won't preview
Here's a
now.
good one.
Fine.
Early
Which is fine
prelims.
by me, 'cause I
Prelims.
need to get going.
Prelims?
Fine, dude.
That blonde girl that I can't remember her name.
Blonde fighter.
No, not Chukagian. The blonde girl that was actually kind of getting her ass kicked early. She's
Oh.
like 20.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the sleeve.
Yeah.
Fuck, I saw her on Instagram.
That girl. So
I saw her on Instagram too, taking a picture with some other
The guy that bet 27 grand.
37,000.
Yeah.
Just on her, straight up to
Yep.
win.
Yes.
Yep.
And she wins.
Yep.
Kay.
And
What the fuck was her
he,
name?
he
Was
met
Kay.
he met
Her
her.
France.
Kate Car.
No.
No.
That's Kai.
He
You got me
met
for a second.
he met her.
Kate Car. Wait. Nope.
He met her
I know that
in
name,
the
though.
airport. Oh, what the fuck was her name? I just
I don't
saw
know.
it this
She fought
morning.
Fry though. Fry was the atomweight champion of
Yeah.
Invicta.
But yeah, she met him in the airport, and he's like, yeah, she's like,
Kay
yeah,
Hansen.
Handsome.
Hansen. That's it.
Beat
There it is.
Jin Yu Fry, who does not look like
Yep.
her name would be Jin Yu.
Yeah, she is not Asian
She
looking.
just looks like a white girl, and they kept calling her Jin Yu Fry, and I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Good for her though.
Yeah,
So,
no, she
all right.
Well, I don't know about you, but gin I drink. I don't.
Right?
buy.
When I think Jin, I think of Tekken.
Yo,
Remember
fuck
Jin
Jin.
Kazama
Jin,
from Tekken?
Jin was a
yeah,
little
the-
bitch with those fucking low sweeping fucking
love Jin.
spins.
Was he the guy in Samurai Champloo? Anyone? Actually,
Samurai Shampoo?
Champloo.
Shampoo.
No idea what that is.
Champloo. Not damn.
The
fuck.
You know what I've been
Kung
watching is
Flu.
Baki.
No.
It's on Netflix. It's an anime about fighting.
We call it the Chinese virus because it's from China.
What?
Chia.
What? Never mind. I was going. Nah. Something
call,
political, no political.
I'm gonna call the postmaster and the plant manager down in South Carolina and tell
Hmm?
them that you can't come down there till you see Demolition Man, the Blade movies.
I mean, they're watching right now,
Well,
and so I'm
fucking
going to put a
tragedies.
specific request out. Let me into South Carolina. Let me
Please.
come to Greenville, South Carolina.
Get him
I
the
wanna live
fuck
there.
out of here.
Trying.
don't. This guy's losing his mind. He has a motorcycle in his living room.
All right, gentlemen.
That's cool.
Before we bring this to an end, so let's go back to the fights real quick here. What's next for Dustin Poirier? Ryan, take it away first, my man.
Conor
What do you
McGregor.
think? Conor McGregor for Poirier next?
Rematch.
Okay. Vinny.
That is probably what makes the most sense. If he's not going to fight Conor, I'd like to see him fight Tony.
All right. I'm on the Tony train for Poirier next.
I like that.
What do you think, Zach?
It's got to be Tony or Connor.
Tony
It's
or
gotta
Conor?
be. Yeah.
Do you have a preference? Like, just like personally, not
Um,
like what do you think makes the most sense? Blah blah blah. Like, just personally, what you'd like to see.
Connor. I want to see the rematch.
You want to see them rematching Conor?
That would be dope.
Mm-hmm.
Would be very good.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to see him just fight the winner of Justin Gaethje and Khabib.
No, I don't think he deserves that. Honestly, I mean, because
No.
he doesn't deserve it, but like,
Well-
it doesn't feel right.
Hang on. So if Gaethje wins, then yeah, Poirier should fight Gaethje again because Poirier already beat Gaethje.
You don't think
But I
Khabib
don't-
gets an immediate rematch if
I-
he does lose? I would think he would.
If
Yeah,
Khabib
He
loses?
won the title and
No, no,
defended
no, no,
it one
I
time.
think he's talking if Gaethje loses.
No, he said if Gaethje wins.
If
Gaethje
Gaethje wins,
wins?
if Gaethje wins, then
Sure.
it would make sense Poirier versus Gaethje, but they'd probably give Khabib the immediate rematch.
would give
but
Khabib a rematch.
but
Would
Dana,
they, though?
Dana, I
Well,
don't
he's
think
not going to get stomped.
He's
Dana
28. He's 28. No, but he won the title against someone who wasn't the champ and then defended it one time against.
Connor.
Oh no, defended it twice.
yeah,
Poirier.
he defended it twice.
He's
Yeah.
defended
Conor
it
and
a couple
Poirier.
times.
Ah, okay. And he's undefeated. Don't get me wrong. I love Khabib. I'm not trying to say anything, but yeah, I guess he did defend it twice.
I don't think Dana wants him as champ.
He doesn't. I think he's truly
know.
looking for a spot to just strip him, honestly.
Hmm?
I think that was the whole thing with Gaethje in the beginning.
He wants Conor to be champ.
He can't.
I think he wants anyone but Habib, honestly. I
Oh,
think he
Think so?
doesn't like
Khabib's
the
such
fact
a big
that...
draw, dude. I don't know about that.
Yeah, but
I think we are kind of led to believe that by certain sources in the media, but like I don't personally think Dana gives a fuck. Khabib has such a draw from like that region that he's in.
But I think that's it.
I think
I
he's
I don't
got a
think
huge
he
draw
has
here,
that,
man.
I don't think he is.
I think he's got a lot of fans
There's-
around the world.
There's
man.
so many. Like, if you're a Connor fan, you hate Khabib. Like, you go
even
you,
more reason
that's
to
true.
watch him to see if he loses.
You go on to any of like Facebook or Instagram or anything, and if there's like a Khabib thing,
I don't
it's a
hate Khabib.
it's a Connor fan.
I don't hate Khabib.
Like, Connor fans just hate Khabib. They're like, oh, this guy just lays on people, even though he's finished his last like 2 fights. But but they hate Khabib. They hate.
You can
him.
not like that style. I don't like Kamaru Usman's style either. But
Well, I actually like both styles.
I think Khabib's
I
is
don't.
better than Kamaru's though.
I think it is too.
Because Kamaru
But I
just,
think
like presses you and like body shots. you
Kamaru
to
won't go away, or Kamaru will move away from it though, as evidenced by the Colby fight. Habib will not.
No
I
reason.
think he.
No.
No, I get that.
Yeah, why would he?
But I
Why
also,
the fuck would
I
he?
also kind of like the guys that are like Jones and that are like John Jones and like Usman, where it's like, all right, let's see what you fucking got, and let's stand on our feet and fucking throw, and maybe this isn't my best place to be, but I'm going to prove that I'm better than you.
Habib's staple is the wrestling, but he is striking more. He stood with Dustin for like almost a whole round, I think. And let's not forget, he's the only man to ever knock down Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Did Diaz knock him down? No, Conor went in for a takedown.
Which makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to wrestle now? That's
No.
No?
I think he got hit in the face too hard and just lost his mind for a minute.
Oh.
I think he thought he was Khabib for like 30 seconds. And then he shot and he got back on. He's like, what the fuck just happened?
Let's wrestle. Let's wrestle.
What?
Let's wrestle.
He started speaking in like that Dagestani accent. I was like, what the fuck just happened?
To get back to what's next for Poirier is I would like to see Tony. I think Poirier, Tony, they fight, and then then you don't have to worry about like, oh well, like he just lost to Khabib, and then if Khabib loses, he gets an immediate rematch. If Justin wins, it's like Habib or Poirier and Tony fight, and then regardless of who the fuck wins between Habib and Justin Gaethje, the winner of Tony and Dustin gets the next title shot.
I agree.
You
I
almost
honest-
can't
sounds
deny
good.
that.
I honestly
And
see, like...
Sorry, if they
ahead.
want to give Habib an immediate rematch, like, I guess so, but it's not
It
like
depends
he's-
on if it's close.
Yeah. I mean, that definitely factors in, but, like, he's definitely a dominant... He's 28-0. The dude's undefeated. It's fucking crazy, 28-0. But to, like, win the title against Ali Aquinta, who was, like, ranked 8 at the time, I think.
I think he was
10
ranked 11.
or 8.
I think he was top 10.
11?
Yeah.
I thought he was top 10.
I think he was
Now
ranked
he's 10.
11.
I think he was 10 when they fought. Because that's why they didn't give the fight to Paul Felder, because Ali Aquinta was ranked higher.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I think he was like 11 and Iaquinta was 10 or 8
Yeah,
or 9
true,
or something
true.
like that.
True.
And then to just defend it twice, I guess against Conor and Poirier, which obviously are huge fights, but won the title against a non-champ, defended it twice. I don't know if he gets an immediate rematch. I don't know if they do that.
I don't
know if the UFC does
want
that.
to.
I don't think they'd
and
want
especially,
to. But
especially if Poirier and Tony fight, and then the winner's sitting there in the waiting, you give the winner of that crazy fucking fight, you give them the title shot, right? Over Habib getting in a rematch. I think.
I mean, if Khabib beats Gaethje,
Khabib,
whatever his name is, if he beats Gaethje,
Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Dustin's not gonna fight Khabib again immediately.
No, he won't.
After beating Hooker, he's not gonna fight Khabib.
No, he
no,
won't.
he'd need another one.
There needs to be a fight in between him and Habib if they fight
Who?
again. Dustin.
That's what I'm saying, Tony.
Yeah,
I'm saying Tony. Yeah.
Mhm.
So if he loses to Habib, then he beats Dan Hooker, and then he beats Tony Ferguson.
I still don't think he fights Khabib after that.
I think
he
for
does.
sure.
I think
I
there's
don't know.
nothing left. You
I-
can't sit
you
there at
can't.
number one and not give him a shot.
You can't, dude. There's
I
no
think-
one else to fight.
They would give Conor it before they give Khabib.
Connor's
Or
got to
before
win
they
two
give,
fights.
Here's what I think.
Connor's got to win
is
2
gonna-
fights.
I don't
at
think
155.
Habib takes a fight against Conor.
This
No,
is true.
I
won't.
think he
He
says, "Give me 20 million. Go fuck yourself."
I don't think he
I'm
even
not
fights.
fighting that bitch.
I don't think
No,
he
I don't
fights
think
Poirier
he
again.
cares about money. I think he
I
would
think he would fight
Poirier
Poirier again.
He
If
likes
Poirier
Poirier.
beats
How
Hooker
many-
and then Poirier beats Tony,
How many fights
How could
does
Habib
he
say no
have
to
on
him,
his
man?
contract? Does anyone know?
Who, Habib?
Who?
Yeah. How many fights does he have
3,
left?
2.
Yeah, he probably has 1 or 2 more.
If he beats Justin, and then, honestly, for his last fight, I bet he would demand they give Tony a shot again because he was so definitive and they were supposed to fight. And then if he beats Tony, he retires.
Yeah.
He's got no one left to beat. He beat everybody. He beat all the best lightweights.
Here's
see
a
that.
somewhat morbid wrench to throw into all that.
If his dad dies,
So what if his dad dies?
Fuck. His
I
dad's
think he
already
might-
fine though.
Yeah,
There's been video of him on
Yeah.
Is there?
Instagram
Okay.
actually.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to
His
say
dad's
last I knew
good.
he was
His
still in
dad's
the
fully-
hospital.
Apparently, his dad's good, fully
Yeah.
recovered,
Okay.
good to go.
Yeah.
Good to hear. Glad to hear it. But yeah, no, I was thinking that too. I'm like, if his dad passes, he might just retire now.
Yeah.
I could see that to happen.
Like I could
Yeah.
see him doing that.
He can't actually retire if he has fights on his contract though, can he?
you can.
Sure, he
Yeah,
could.
you can.
They can.
It's
Can
just
they?
I'm sure
it's
he
just
could. Just void.
You just can't go fight somewhere else.
you just
Right.
You can't
he
go
couldn't
fight anywhere
over
else,
to
and you just
Bellator
don't get that money.
immediately. Yeah.
He could do other. He can't do mixed martial arts, but he can do like grappling tournaments and
Gotcha,
stuff,
okay.
like AADC or something like that. Whatever.
Go compete in the
ACDC?
Olympics.
He's a good fucking
ADDC.
man, dude.
Yeah, ACDC.
Go to the Olympics.
ADCDC.
Whatever. ADCC.
Big balls.
Just throwing shit out there now.
I've got big balls.
I just thought you were gonna eat his crust.
I've got big balls. You've got big balls.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you want to talk about?
We keep
Next
on going
for
with
Hooker.
ACDC.
Next for Hooker,
Charles Oliveira. Give me him.
Charles Oliveira. Agreed with Vinny. 100%. Charles Oliveira. Let's fucking go. Dan
Charles
Hooker,
Oliveira versus Tony Ferguson.
No. Charles Oliveira. Dan Hooker.
You're so No.
No. Get the fuck out of
Hey,
here.
he said it with confidence, all right?
Dustin Poirier.
Sorry.
Dustin Poirier. Come on. Let's go.
Dustin
Tony
Poirier versus
Ferguson.
Tony.
I agree. Okay.
Diego Ferreira.
Charles
the guy who
Oliveira.
beat Anthony Pettis? That guy?
Charles Oliveira. That'd be a
Wait,
cool
wasn't
fight.
that at
Charles
170?
Oliveira.
No, it wasn't, was it? Okay.
Dan
that was
Hooker.
okay.
Charles Oliveira.
So you got Dan Hooker at 5, Oliveira at 6. He just moved
Yep.
it up from 7.
There we
Then
go,
you
5
got Paul
and 6.
Felder and Diego Ferreira.
5 and 6.
Felder's still on there?
He was on a good run until he
He
lost
was
it.
like 4 or
Yeah, but I
something
thought-
like
I
that
thought-
when he lost.
I
I thought he
Ridiculous.
retired.
He was up
though.
there.
Yeah.
He was up there.
I think there's a few.
He-
I
he
think guys like
retired,
him
but
and Dominic
he's-
are just sitting there going back and forth between retirement and figuring out what the fuck
Felder,
they
yeah,
want to do.
Felder's still trying to figure it out. I think he meant it at the time, but I don't think he's fully ready to actually retire.
It's one of those
I think
things
he
where
loves it too much.
I think after you go through something like that, like I'm sure Hooker kind of had that. I mean, he's a lot younger than Felder is, but I'm sure there's a point where you go through that 25-minute war, and right after you're like, I don't know if I want to fucking do that again.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Especially if you lose.
My face really hurts.
Yeah.
I don't
you
think I
think-
want to do that again.
Speaking of that, related directly to that, do you think Hooker is taking a little too much damage in his career for how old he is? He's like 28 years old. He's had
He's 26.
26.
I think that's what they said, wasn't it? Or no. Sorry.
28.
He's 30. He's 30. I'm
He's
thinking
30?
of
I was gonna say.
I'm thinking of Luis Pena is only 26.
All right. So
Yeah, that's
He's
the
taken
Yeah, because
a-
that threw me off when
his
when
last
I was
few
watching.
fights has taken a fuck ton of damage.
Earlier-
Here's one for you. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, you're good.
Not an Aya Quinta. He
Poor-
Shut
would've
your
died.
fucking mouth, Ryan.
Poirier, when he knows he wins, okay, 5th round finishes. He goes over and he pats Hooker and he's like, "Keep on working, buddy. You're like almost getting there or something like that." I'm like,
He's like,
"He's
"Keep
a
on
year
working, kid."
fucking younger than you." Like, it just sounds really funny
oh.
for him to just be like, "Keep working, buddy," and like patting him on the head
I-
to a guy that's a year younger than you.
I
Wait,
also
wait,
like
wait,
how
wait.
he
Poirier's younger than Hooker?
No,
He's a year
Hooker's
older.
only a year younger than
Oh,
Poirier.
only a year younger.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Poirier's
gotcha.
31 and he's
I
30.
also liked how he was like, "Oh, he's like, you should fight Gaethje next," and Dan's like, "I want to fight you."
Yeah, right.
He's like, "Keep working, buddy."
Keep working,
Like,
kid.
you know what to say. I don't know what I would have said to that.
It
Like,
was
we
so-
just fought, idiot.
It was
Like,
so funny.
but going back to the damage thing,
Yes.
when I said earlier, like, oh yeah, remember when like Hooker gassed out in like the 4th or 5th round, and you just like took over for like 5 minutes? It was really good though.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. When Hooker fought Edson Barboza, that's where I was
Oh,
going with that one.
Kicked off.
That was amazing. Oh my god, he got destroyed. He got fucking destroyed.
Even in the Felder fight, man, he took a lot of fucking damage. He won the fight, but he took some fucking damage. That was a
that's
long,
just 2 fights,
hard
though.
fight.
Well, I said that at one point early in this fight.
and
I'm
then
like,
this
dude,
fight, this is 3, dude. Then this Dustin fight, he got fucking... God damn, he took some serious damage.
Yeah,
Like,
but look
yo,
how
you
many
train,
he
whooped
whooped people too. He knocked out James Vick. He knocked out fucking
Somebody else after that.
Ross Pearson. He fucking whooped Ally Quinta easily. Like,
that was crazy.
Yeah, he
The-
did
the
look pretty good
Iaquinta
against
fight was
Iaquinta.
nuts.
That's true. I don't know, man. That's just 3 fights in a row where he's... Well, no, I guess it wasn't in a row,
the 2 in a
technically,
row,
but...
yeah. The
Barbosa, he did
5-round
look good
wars.
against Iaquinta. That's very true.
They were saying the same thing about Dustin though. Like, how long can he keep having these fucking Justin Gaethje and Dan Hookers come at him like that before he's...
And that's true. I just feel like he doesn't take the type of damage that Hooker takes. Hooker has his hands down when he pushes forward. I think that's the reason Poirier was able to kind of tee off on him like he did, because Hooker fights with his hands down, and he relies a lot on himself, like just like moving his head back.
The only
And
reason
you
Dustin
just, like-
doesn't fight with his hands down is because Bisping tells him to put him up at the end of round 2.
But no, it's true though. Dustin has way better defense than Dan Hooker does. Hooker just takes a lot of clean shots. Even in the fights he wins, he takes a lot of damage.
I think Hooker
You know,
gets into the gym with Adesanya every day, watches his head movement, and goes, I think I can do that, and then gets out there and isn't
I
able to
think
do it.
that's exactly
Because there was a flurry where he had Poirier pressed up against the cage, and Poirier landed a couple, and then he swung, and Hooker he like leaned back, moved out of the way of one, ducked another one. It was like, all right, nice head movement, and then he got popped with 2 more right after that.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're like, okay, good head movement, but you took 4 to miss 2.
Yep.
Like that's not good math.
Yeah. Ryan, did you have more to say?
No.
Okay.
So
No,
I
that's about it.
really
I wanna
think
make
that
sure.
he puts his hands
Okay.
down at his sides the same way Adesanya does when he walks at people, because Adesanya knows that his reflexes are quick enough where he can get his head out of the way of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And Hooker walks over there and is like, I think I'm going to... I think I got... and it just keeps going.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
yeah. And then by the 5th round, he's doing weak-ass takedowns.
Yeah.
True that.
True that. Anything else?
Oklahoma State vegetable is the watermelon. Watermelons are not vegetables. They're fruits.
My dick
Well,
is 8 inches.
They're from Oklahoma, so
Hard. I don't count soft.
is it the girth of a watermelon?
No.
Then I don't care.
Way more.
Jesus.
We're talking watermelons.
If
here.
it was, you would care.
I'd be concerned.
I was going to say, I think I'd offer to drive you to the hospital. Sounds like something's stuck
Could
in
you
there.
imagine the elephantitis?
Where's your
where
wheelbarrow,
nuts are like the
mister?
size of
Nope.
melons or something?
Nope. Just makes me think of South Park.
Yeah, where's your wheelbarrow?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. They're bouncing on it. Boom.
Way more importantly. Bought another motorcycle. 2016 KTM RC390, and it's beautiful.
Are you just saying words?
Yes. KTM RC390.
Like you just made up like...
C3PO.
Yeah, right?
R2D2.
What?
Let me just say...
I don't know what those are, but
Beep, bop, boop.
Star Wars,
Yeah.
but still.
Yep, Star Wars.
But bikes. MT-07 is going to be the next one. Or the XL1200V.
Well,
That's probably copyright by fucking George Lucas or something like that.
yeah, you're getting
We
sued.
probably just owe millions of dollars to
Yep.
Disney.
Don't
Yeah.
ever let them see this.
It's alright, only
Just
3
saying, that
people
was a
will.
beautiful fucking...
And don't sing Beatles songs.
Come on, you guys.
That's not a Beatles song.
Hey, fuck you.
All right, you want to wrap this?
No,
That's
that's
Park.
Eminem doing South Park so that you don't get sued by South Park.
Ryan, wrap it up. No babies.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
No baby.
Epstein didn't kill himself.